New York City, a city full of life, but in the shadows, it's a different story. Behind every alley, beneath every street, inside every old building, there's something waiting, something watching, the kind of stories they don't put in the headlines. Some call them myths, some say they ain't real, but once you hear them, once you see them, it's already too late. Welcome to Urban Nightmares, where the city's darkest secrets come to light. The Window Watcher, extended version. A late night lurker keeps appearing outside a high-rise apartment. But how? New York don't sleep, but some nights you wish it did. Keisha lived in a 14th floor apartment in the Bronx. Good view, bad neighborhood, but she kept her windows locked, always. One night, around 2 a.m., she feels something watching her. She turns, heart skipping, but ain't nothing there. Just the city lights outside her window. She shrugs it off. Maybe just her mind playing tricks. Then she hears it. A tap. Not from inside. Outside. She freezes. Slowly turns her head. And there, pressed against the glass, is a face. Pale. Stretched. Grinning too wide. Keisha screams, bolts for the door. But when she looks back, the window's open. And the room, empty. She calls her brother, her voice all shaky. Somebody was just at my window. Ayo, you on the 14th floor, sis. Ain't nobody at your window. She swears up and down she ain't crazy. Locks the window, puts her dresser in front of it, and just sits there, watching. 3:33 a.m. She wakes up, not 'cause of a sound, but 'cause she can't move. Sleep paralysis. But nah, this different. She feels hands on her arms, cold, heavy, holding her down. Her eyes dart to the window. And there he is, not outside, inside, perched on the edge of her bed, smiling down at her. His mouth starts moving, whispering something, but ain't no sound coming out. She squeezes her eyes shut, heart hammering, praying it's a dream. Then suddenly, she can move. She jumps up, turns on every light. The window, still locked, but the words scratched into the glass. Next time, I'll take you with me. The subway strap hanger. A late night train ride turns into a nightmare when a mysterious passenger won't stop staring and won't leave. Yo, if you from New York, you already know. Ain't nothing more eerie than a subway car past midnight. The lights flicker, the air smells like metal and regret, and the seats, man, they hold stories you don't even want to know. That's where my man Tito found himself last week. Just him and this one dude at the end of the car, hood up, head low, but them eyes locked on Tito like he owed him something. Every stop, doors open, close, but homie ain't getting off. Tito shifts in his seat, trying to shake the feeling, but that's when he notices something off. The dude ain't blink once. The train screeches into 14th Street. Tito hops up, walking fast, but just before the doors close, the dude appears right behind him. No footsteps, no movement, just there. Tito turns, heart pounding. Yo, you good? No answer. The dude just grins, wide and unnatural. Then the lights overhead flicker out. When they flash back on, Tito's alone. Only thing left behind is a dark, wet handprint on the seat. But nah, it don't end there. Tito stumbles off the train, trying to shake off the chills. The platform's empty, too empty, just the sound of a rat scurrying along the tracks. Then he hears it, the same grin, not seeing it, hearing it, like the stretch of a mouth, the pull of lips over too many teeth. And when Tito glances at the subway map on the wall, the reflection ain't his, it's him, the man with the grin behind him, watching, still, not blinking. And Tito ain't been seen since. The alleyway lurker. A shortcut through a dark alley turns into a one-way trip to something unnatural. Rule number 1 in the city, never take the alleys. My cousin Mike ain't listening. Late night, coming back from a house party in Harlem, he trying to cut time, ducks into a side alley off Lenox. Halfway through, he hears footsteps, slow, dragging. Mike don't play, so he whips around, but there's nothing there. He keeps walking, faster. The footsteps, they follow. He spins around again. This time, he sees it. A shadow, too tall, too thin. It ain't walking, it's gliding. Mike runs, heart hammering, breath tight, but the alley don't end. It stretches, gets longer. His phone buzzes in his pocket. He don't stop, just yanks it out. No caller ID. He answers and hears his own voice whisper, "Stop running. Turn around." Mike don't listen. He bolts harder, but now the air feels thick, like he running through water. His steps get slower. Then a hand grabs his shoulder, cold, bony. He swings, nothing there. His feet hit pavement again. He's back on the street. But the alley, ain't there no more? Just a brick wall, solid, no sign it was ever open. And his phone, one missed call from his own number.
The midnight hour has passed, and my attendants have all retired. Your lord, I will be addressed as the honor of my blood demands it.